Hello and welcome to a new live stream. We are playing Kingdom Come Deliverance. Now today was a patch day, or actually 2 patches a day, because they had to apply a hotfix to a game-breaking bug they implemented with the latest patch 1.4. In short, and hold on a second, I need to change the resolution right there. Deary me, we're not at 140. We fixed that one real quick. That should do it. See if we can adjust that. Okay, now where was I? Right, patch notes of today. Basically they said they fixed 200 game bugs and they implemented a game-breaking one. So they had to wrap it up and apply a second patch today, which I just downloaded just before I started the live stream. That's why I'm a little late, but I do hope we're not affected by that. But it's always a risk to play on patch day. Well, we will see. We shall see. Now we have left off with the quest on Wednesday. We're supposed to talk to the priest and meet him in the evening in a tavern, which is what we're going to do. We have something to read already. We learned reading last time. Yeah, we can actually lose Hercules and his diet. A skill book on strength. Sure, let's read that. I like strength. Study, and let's read until, well, 8 PM probably. Reach a new level in strength. Great. And there he is. Can we talk to you? No? Okay, let's get up again.
Ale as usual.
Let me just fix the second screen here. It's not yet. Every time I alt tab, everything is a little bit wonky here. Come here and stay there. Alright, and you? Please full screen again. Please, thank you. Okay. There we go. Reshade is reloading in a second. Alright, now we can talk to Father Godin.
The blessings of our Lord be...
And with you, lad. Take a seat.
Sure. Easy enough. This is going to be interesting. I know we can talk with him.
I'm sorry I can't tell you everything. But maybe we can work something out. But first I'd like to hear something about you, my son. With whom do I have the honor? Where are you from?
My pleasure.
I'm from Skalitz.
I'm from Skalitz.
Oh, I'm sorry. What about your kin?
They're dead.
They're dead.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Bottoms
Here, we'll drink to them. It must have been terrible.
I'll have a beer.
It was.
It was terrible. It seemed so pointless. We had no warning. They just appeared and began the slaughter. God knows why. They killed anyone who didn't make it to the shelter of the castle. My parents, my girl, even the Deutsch who was on Sigismund's side. I didn't make it to the castle. I wanted to try and help my parents, but there was nothing I could do. Then I fled to Talmberg with the cumans on my heels. They almost killed me. They slaughtered people in the surrounding villages. There was a pile of bodies in front of the church in Rovna. Folk who tried to take refuge there, but they...
Enjoy.
My poor child. May God grant them eternal rest. And how did you come to get this assignment? I'd have expected Sir Hanish to send that old grouch, Bernard.
Well, technically he did. He did send him.
He did, but I found a witness and the trail led here to Ujitz, so he sent me here to follow it up.
Ah, well, congratulations. It's nice to see someone using their head to find things out instead of torture. We'll have to drink to that. Now the most important thing. What actually happened at Neuhof? The good folks hereabout are saying all kinds of terrible things. but I take most of it with a pinch of salt.
There's a plenty of salt in there. This time they weren't exaggerating.
The rumours aren't exaggerated this time, unfortunately. The Neuhof stud farm was raided by bandits, but they didn't come to pillage or even take the horses. They only wanted to kill. They maimed the horses and slaughtered some people. I'm sure they would have killed more, but the bandits quarrelled among themselves and broke off the attack. And judging by what's left of our Lubosh, they're still settling accounts.
My pleasure.
I see it's every bit as bad as people claimed. Dreadful. Well then, here's to those poor souls who had to die so pointlessly and so terribly.
I've told you all about me. Now it's your turn, Father.
Right.
You don't look much like our parish priest at home.
God bless them.
I noticed you're handy with a sword.
I noticed you're pretty handy with a sword. I wouldn't expect that of a man of the cloth.
You know what they say. The Lord moves in mysterious ways.
Uh-huh.
But this is a bit more mysterious than others.
Let's just say I haven't always been a priest. Fate led me to places where affairs were settled by force. These days, of course, it's just a bit of exercise to keep me in shape.
Let's get straight to the point.
Well, we've had an agreeable chat, but now let's get down to business. So, about this confessional seal. Do you really want more innocent people to die?
Henry, that's not how it works. There are matters in which you can't make exceptions because if you do it once, you'll forever be tempted to do it again. If people stop believing in the church because their confessional secrets are betrayed, they won't trust anyone, and that's worse than even the most hideous crime.
And I reached a dead end.
I understand, but that means I've reached a dead end. Those cutthroats will strike again, and I can't stop them.
Chin up, lad. I might have a solution.
What?
One beer for
If
me.
I tell you what Lubosh told me, I'd be betraying the confessional secret. But, first thing tomorrow, I'll try something I think might help
I'd like
you.
a beer.
Word of honor?
One beer for
On
me.
my soul.
I always wondered about the things a priest tells his congregation. Where on earth do you get the ideas for your sermons?
Well, Ujits isn't Prague. It's not enough to instruct people. They have to be entertained, too. If I only read from the Bible, I'd soon be preaching to an empty church.
Our priest wasn't exactly a bard.
Here you are. And
So what do you preach to your flock about?
It has to be something topical. Condemning vices. And, of course, describing them in detail.
Enjoy.
The tongue-lashing about the two popes goes down well these days. And stories from real life, with a nice moral to them, are popular as well. Especially if they're about fornication and similar scandalous vices.
Can you give me an example?
Well, recently a priest by the name of Jan Hus
there he is.
started preaching in Prague, in the Czech language, and the people liked it. I hear he always has a full house. A journeyman who heard him told me what Hus is preaching, and I like the sound of it. I'm thinking about putting it in my own repertoire.
What's so amazing about it?
The preaching of Master Jan Hus about Mother Church. The lamentable wealth in which the church is drowning has turned to poison. And nearly the whole of Christendom is contaminated. Just like a flock of hungry ravens, they settled on this land to devour every grain of gold and silver. They know no mercy. Their hearts are corrupted by longing for wealth, and they shamelessly profit from everything. You want to baptize a child? Pay. You want to steal and murder? Pay and you will have absolution. What if the devil himself were to pay? Would he ascend to heaven too? With such money gained from the poor, they buy beautiful horses to ride and needless servants to pamper them. They gamble at dice and dress their whores in expensive furs, while Jesus Christ walked barefoot and had no place to lay his head.
Pour me one.
Look to your consciences, you robbers of the poor, for you are seen by God and his people too. Amen.
Well, this Jan Hus character is quite a rebel.
Oh, the congregation will love it.
I don't doubt it.
Let's drink to that.
Funny.
To the women.
That last bit reminds me of someone.
What do you mean? My situation's completely different. Huth preaches against the prelates and the clerics who are robbing the poor. Look at me. I don't have a pot to piss in. I'm no better off than the folk I preach to. I'm one with them in poverty and suffering and everything that troubles them. I drink with them and curse those stuffed habits in Sassau Monastery.
You want to preach against debauchery?
Don't you think it's a bit odd when someone boozes and lives in sin with a woman and then criticises the Pope for debauchery?
No, I don't.
What are folks saying about it?
What do the common folk think of it?
They like it. They're happy to hear someone say what they think themselves, but are afraid to say aloud. Things that make them angry. And they're calling for change. In a few years, it'll have grown beyond control. You mark my words, the people will rise up, and the church will be shaken to its very foundation.
Yep.
Yeah, unless they burn him at the stake first.
Nonsense. They can't burn a master of the most respected university in Europe?
Yes, they do. 1419, if I remember correctly. Well... What do you think of Hus?
What do you think of this Jan Hus?
He's certainly a wise man. A little overzealous for my taste. If he got out of Prague and came here for a look, I'm sure he'd stop condemning drinking and lying with women.
Well, enough about preaching.
Thanks for the sermon, but I think I've been morally uplifted enough. It's getting quite late. What are your plans, Father?
What do you suppose? We have a drink, of course.
I'd say that's a good plan.
That sounds like a good plan.
I knew you wouldn't let me down.
Okay, now this is getting bad.
Na kraj padnú desnej smutek, do dnielno i ráno utek, nech ich mouženský maj strach, do včera žil, dneska je prach, už sej moji svatý muži, nechtěl bych bejt v jejich kůži, nám je to jedno a tak si dáme jedno a požedem si huby jako poslední den. Půjdu se vámi a do rána slávy a tak vypal sudy a posaď se mi sem, tak posaď se sem a vypal je ven. Ukaž kozy jako vozy, zejtra jen tu soudnej den, tak nalej mi hned, až točí se svět. Ty dneska vůbec nikdo neví, zase zítra Ježíši, a není to naposled.
Enough of this!
Bailiff! Come on over here, sit down and have a drink with us.
Don't vex me again, Father. It's 3 hours past dusk, and curfew is long gone.
So what?
So, I'll have you all whipped and put in the stocks, and I'll write a letter to the bishop about you, priest.
Well, nothing to worry about then. Everyone knows the only one around here who can write is me.
Enough! Men, throw them out.
Oh. You looking for a fight? Henry, back me up.
How is this going to get interesting?
Come on then, but...
What's the matter?
Left, right. Oh, that was someone from behind. Oh, that's not it.
It's a sin to fight so bad. It's a sin to fight so
This
bad.
can take a lot. There we go.
So, my dear, would you like to have a little ring on the bell?
Climb the bell tower.
Closer said than done.
I'd love to. And Henry, too, I'm sure. Right, Henry?
Stop that nonsense, Godwin. Are you out of your mind? What will people say?
They can say what they like. What do I care? What do they do to me? Watch the step, my dears. Careful, you don't hurt yourself.
Here we are. Look at this beauty.
Oh. We can't do this, can we?
Who says? Get ringing, wench.
This is wonderful.
Ah, bloody oath. And now, my dears, comes the climax of the evening.
Well, I like the sound of that.
Godwin, you old goat.
Come here. Oh.
The priest has mounted up. What do you say, Henry? Shall we take a little ride of our own?
Hey!
No, this is for real.
Well, I have to say that was a fine evening.
Godwin, you beast! Get up! Do you hear me?
Well,
Wake
he
up,
definitely
you
knows how to throw a
drunkards!
party.
Oh, fucking hell.
Where the... Oh, what the... Oh, who the hell are you? Oh, Henry. My great friend, Henry. Didn't we have a wonderful time?
Well, you certainly did, you old lecher. Now you better pull yourself together quick. You haven't much time. There's some water and something to eat on the table there, but if I were you, I would move my hairy arse before my flock eats me alive.
Oh, step on in my head. My guts. Oh, my poor suffering stomach. Oh, what was that woman on about?
Sunday it is.
Before my flock eats me alive. I've forgotten something.
What could it be?
What have I forgotten?
Where the fuck am I?
What the fuck was it? Oh. Mass! Oh, shit, I have to say mass. I gotta say mass. You have to help me.
How? You're the priest.
I can't do it in this state. Maybe the liturgy. But I have to give a sermon as well. Oh, this is a disaster. They're gonna excommunicate me.
I'd like to help you, but...
You can. You can do the sermon for me.
What? So, first I investigate a murder no one wants investigated. Then I drunkenly keep the whole town up all night. And now you want me to preach at them from the pulpit? Do you want them to burn us at the stake?
No. No, I've got it. Suppose that Sir Ratzig's protege. You just came from studying in Prague. And you want to share the words of Master Jan Hus, who you recently heard preaching there. Henry, look, from what I remember, we might have overdone it a bit last night. And if the bailiff or someone else complains about me, the bishop's gonna have my guts for garters. So I'd appreciate it. Stop gaping at me like a stuffed squirrel and start helping.
You're mad. You're stark raving mad.
I'm not. It's a perfect plan. It's flawless. Oh. How about this? If you help me with this, I'll tell you who Lubosh's cronies are.
Aha! the confessional seal isn't sacred anymore?
So all at once the confessional seal isn't so sacred?
Don't mock me. I won't give you a second chance.
Well, now, all right, but I can't guarantee the result.
Well, all right. But I can't make any promises about what'll happen.
No, neither can I.
What do you want me to do exactly?
I'll go and start the liturgy. Then I'll introduce you. You give the sermon I told you yesterday in the tavern, and that's that. No need to drag it out. If it turns out well, I'll tell you what I know about Lubos.
Christ almighty. Fine then. We have a deal.
Wonderful. Let's get to it then.
Okay, wait, maybe let's get dressed first. Let's see. That's probably fine. Now look at that. They did post something about new textures, and I do believe that the church has received some updates. Yep, it has. Definitely there's something improved. Well, let's see.
I thought he'd never show up. The swill pug.
Look at him. He can hardly walk after his capers last night.
You were with them, you beast. Just you wait. Look at him.
Mother of God, any minute now he'll throw up.
So I couldn't sleep a wink last night with all that clamor.
In nomine Patris, et Filii, et Spiritus Sancti. Amen. Accepit panem in sanctas at venerabiles a manus suas. Hac facite in meam commemorationem. Brothers and sisters, you may have had the honor of meeting Henry from Skalitz, who is here at the behest of Sir Hanush to investigate that heinous crime at Neuhof. You might not know that Henry recently visited Prague, where, by the grace of God, was able to hear Master Jan Hus from the esteemed Charles University preaching. I've managed to persuade Henry to stand here today in my stead and tell us what he heard. Because, as you all probably know, Jan Hus is a very popular preacher in Prague. So, Henry, you may begin.
Now I'm curious which one of them will puke first.
Okay. Let's see if we can rehash our steps. Begin sermon confidently, start a lengthy sermon, start a modest sermon. We probably want to start confidently.
Brothers and sisters, let me get straight to the point. I'd like to talk about the church and how corrupt it is.
That boy has a cheek.
It is not man, but God who rules.
Creation has given to every man the power by which he might rule the whole world. But that power does not give him the right to rule. That right belongs to God alone.
Continue harshly.
It is the corruption of God's pastors here on earth that has brought misfortune on our heads. Plague, cumans, hunger, and chaos. The accursed wealth that the church is drowning in is poisoning almost the whole of Christendom. When dogs are fighting over a bone, take the bone and they will stop. Just like the flock of ravens that has descended on this land to peck up every speck of gold and silver. They show no mercy. Their hearts are poisoned by covetousness. They trade everything. Everything is for sale. You want to baptize a child? Pay. You want to steal and murder? Pay, and you will have absolution. And the prelates sin and give themselves absolution.
For shame! Shame upon them!
Ah yeah, right. Talk about sin and fornication.
And what sins? They live with harlots and keep concubines, even though only marital intercourse for the purpose of procreation is pure. If someone takes a woman or man only to satisfy their own lust, who seduces them to do so but Satan? And how much darker the sin if that man is a servant of the church? Who can turn his face to God, who fornicates and then puts on priestly robes?
Nothing we don't know about already.
Continue wordly.
Enough about sin, which the prelates are so fond of preaching about, and whose absolution they promise if you pay enough coin to Mother Church. What if the devil himself were to pay? Will the bishops tell us he too would ascend to heaven? And what about those bishops? They sin without remorse, and with the money grasped from the poor for indulgences, they keep fine horses and hordes of servants to pamper them. They play dice and garb their mistresses in expensive furs, while Christ, the Lamb of God, walked barefoot and had nowhere to lay his head. Look to your consciences, you robbers of the poor, for you are seen by God and his people too.
Down with the prelates. Away with them.
We're fortunate to have our good father Godwin. At least he's a fair and simple man.
Criticize the prelates, but stand up for Godwin.
God sees what is happening on earth, and he is filled with righteous wrath that those who should seek the salvation of souls instead seek mammon and the idle comfort of lucrative posts. Blessed are the shepherds who share the poverty of their flock, who are as one with you and bear with you the burden of this earthly pilgrimage, who do not condemn your venial sins.
Aye, all honour to Godwin. Let him drink like one of us.
That is all I heard in Prague. Amen.
Well, that went quite well. What's wrong with the second choice?
The lad spoke well, considering what a soak he is.
He's right, that hus.
The young man shouldn't drink so much, but the Lord's given him a silver tongue.
I'm glad he came here. I don't suppose I'll ever get to Prague, and he told it nicely.
Well, we're convinced.
Well, well, my boy, you have talent, and I can't deny it. And you pulled a thorn from my side. I almost didn't make it.
Yeah, I noticed. I wasn't the only one.
Oh, what's to be done? I'll make it up somehow.
So, about our bargain.
Although it's a sin.
So gluttony. And fornication.
God does forgive a penitent.
So, what did Limpy Lubosh tell you?
Really?
Was he at Neuhof that day? Who was with him? And where are they now?
Now, slow down. I'm sorry, but he didn't tell me that much.
Don't let me down after all I've been through. For you...
Well, now Lubosh came to me shortly after it happened. His conscience was gnawing at him. And I must say, in the end, he turned out to be a better man than he looked.
To the point.
He said they'd been hired through some crony of theirs. And at first they were just to steal some horses. But then it all turned sour and people started getting killed. And neither he nor his cronies wanted anything to do with that. So they fell out from the gang and fled.
Fell out? Yeah, there was a body found in the woods by Neuhof.
That would explain something. Lubosh kept jabbering that he wasn't a murderer, that he didn't want to do it.
So I know that Lubosh killed the murderer and he's dead too. The trouble is,
I need to find the ones who are still alive. I need names and places. Did he mention any of the others?
Only nicknames. Talked about some fella called Riki from Ledechko. Pius, Timmy.
Pius. That lot are about as pious as I am ordained.
Nonsense. You would make an excellent priest.
No, thank you.
And anyhow, with your skills, you ought to be able to sniff out this Riki from Ledechko, right?
Well, we'll have to now. There's not much else to go on. Let's hope he's not hanging from the wall, too.
Indeed. And I'd hate to be excommunicated for nothing. Anyhow, good luck. You watch out for yourself. These people clearly mean business. And I'd like to raise a tankard with you again sometime.
Yeah, I'll try. Although I'm not sure I'd survive another night of your debauchery.
And if anyone should ask, you heard nothing from me. I'll deny everything.
I don't doubt it.
Well, there you have it. There you have it. Now let's get dressed properly. All the layers of armor. Weapons too. And oh yes, there is something very important I just learned today. Because there's a slight, let's say it, game design flaw. We can use a long sword in one hand with a shield, but we cannot perform combos. It's impossible. You cannot. So I was wondering why I was unable to do that for quite some time, and yeah, I guess that's the solution. We have to use a short sword, although this one needs 4 agility. I think I'd rather use that one instead of a long sword, which I have no chance whatsoever in performing combos. And combos are important because they mean we are going to win or we are going to lose. So we need 1 more point in agility, and actually we have a penalty right now. Yeah, we are right. We have a hangover. That's a problem. Does the marigold decoction help us with hangovers? Yes, yes it does. Down the hatch. There we go. Okay. Let's see. We have several things to do. First, we need to track down Riki. This fellow in Ledechko. We don't even know where Ledechko is right now. Well, it's north of Ratzig. Secondly, we have to talk to this crony, the herb woman. We could head to Tallenberg, pay a visit to the fortress, and we need to talk to our liege lord, who is supposedly hanging out, well, somewhere in the vicinity. I guess we could head for the herb woman first, because that's the closest one. Yeah, sounds like a plan. Sounds like a plan. Let's do the things on the scan. Yeah, that's the main quest. We'll do things in a geographical order, and yes, oh boy.
Hey, is someone there?
No, I'm not going to ride through the vineyard this time. Oh, careful.
Watch what you're doing.
I'm in a hurry. Sorry. That's the road. Perfect. Straight down the hill. Right, we need to find Sir Ratzig. I think he said he's in Mehriet, in another stud farm, and we don't really know where it is. Well, we can look at the map at some point. And is the road really going through the house? Really? Interesting. No, never mind. Well, probably took a wrong direction. Huh? There we go. Okay, so we have to talk to this herb woman. I think that may be a second solution if we do not help Godwin with his sermon, basically. Because it told us information, crucial information. Now we can move forward. And I think if we take care of that herb wound for him, we will probably would have gained that information as well. That's at least my guess. But after all, we succeeded in helping him, so this is basically a bonus task. And yes, this is not the right direction.
Oh boy.
There we go. I just wanted to take a look in the countryside, right? This is so beautiful. The reshade mod, this is by the way, it's not the bear, I think it's the Wanderer preset. Actually, I can show it and show it to you. Yep, Wanderer. And download it. The link is in the description. You can download it on the Nexus. And yes, this is a real hardcore detour cross country. We are getting there. We are getting there. There's a fish trap. I think we can steal some fish there if we wanted to. Get some food.
Good.
And there is Talmberg. Wow, while we're at it. Since I made it such a wide detour, we can actually head to the fortress because I wanted to say hi to the robot. Alright, the guy that rescued us in the prologue. Didn't thank him yet for the rescue. And we probably can train with him as well, I guess.
Hey, wait a moment! I need to talk to you.
Huh? I didn't do it, I swear.
You're the young fellow who came here from Skalitz half dead, aren't you?
Yeah, yes, that's me.
Yes, that'll be me. Why?
Well, the lady of the castle was asking after you. She wants to talk to you.
Ah, I'll go and see her then. Thank you.
Very well, don't make her wait.
Yeah, sure. Well, look at that, we made quite an impression, it seems. Interesting. Let's see, where's Robard? Robard is nowhere to be seen. Well, let's talk to the lady of the castle first, and then let's seek for Robard. Oh, both in the same room, perfect. Well, let's talk to Robard first.
Good health to you.
Hand over trophies, interesting.
I have some trophies.
Show me.
Some Benediers.
So many?
Come on.
My lad, you're like the smiting right hand of God.
We can train with him actually. Maces and bludgeons. Ooh, that's important.
I'd like to get better at fighting with a mace.
Yes, please.
Certainly.
Beginner level.
I'd like to practice the basics.
All right, but it will cost you.
Yes. There you have it.
Now, pay close attention.
Very good. Okay, I don't think we can train sword or defense. Let me have a quick look. Combat, defense, no. Sword, no. We need to reach level 5, then we can train at least a little bit. But that's important to get the first level. So we can use maces. Maces are basically very important later on against heavily armored opponents. Now let's talk to the lady.
God save. Can I help you with anything?
Yeah, well, I heard you wanted to speak to me.
I heard you wanted to talk to me, my lady.
It's true. I need something from you.
How can I help?
My cousin, young Sophie, is going to be wed. It will be an entry into a new life, and I want everything to be perfect for her. I'm looking for a few things to give her as a gift, and you're going to find them for me.
Oh, really?
My lady, why me?
Normally I'd let the Chamberlain take care of it, but he doesn't have any taste. I can't trust him with this. And I've been told no task is too challenging for you. Is that not true?
Okay, it will be an honor.
It will be my honor, my lady.
I need you to pick up an ornamental crown from Sasau for Sophie, wine from a merchant in Ratai, and a roan from the stable in Ujits.
Where am I to find the wine?
Who am I supposed to pick up the wine from?
From Conrad Hagen in Ratai. He's the only person in the whole region who can supply a genuinely good wine. And believe me, I know what I'm talking about. Here you go. That should be enough.
Okay. What about that ornamental crown?
And the ornamental crown?
I had the engravers in Sasau make it, but now they've written to say it will take a while longer. That just won't do. The wedding is almost upon us, and I need it. Go and see Master Jeronim Slesky and pick it up.
Easy enough. What about the roan?
You said a roan from Ujits.
Precisely. It's a beautiful animal. Wait till you see it. Dietrich said he'd ride it here himself, but I can already imagine how he'll end up killing himself on that horse. But you, so young and vigorous.
Well... I can do all that.
Wine, a roan, and a crown. I can handle that.
Thank you, Henry. I just wish there were others here I could trust so well.
Okay. Easy enough. Okay, so sadly we cannot thank Sir Robert for his daring rescue, but we learn a little bit about mace fighting, which is, I guess, at least as good. And we got another task, which is great because we have to pick the roan right here in Ujits. We are right here, so we probably want to head north through the forest road. Actually, we can do a quick travel to this post, so we save some time. And this time I'm going to watch the map like an eagle, so we don't take the wrong direction again. But it really happens all the time in this game. I don't know why. But anyways, we simply follow the road. The road will lead us there, and then we can basically turn back to Ujits, pick up that horse probably, and solve that mission as well. Probably run into a bandit or two, because these woods are treacherous. They are indeed treacherous. Anything north of location here is basically no man's land. So yeah, we have to be really careful in that area. After all, we might run into a couple of them, so there's no guarantee we're going to make it. After all, we have still a lot to learn before we are a capable warrior. Let's see, the mark is actually to the east. So the road is taking us in a little bit of another direction. Yep, because I took a wrong fork again. Okay. I just followed the quest marker. Forget the roads. Nevertheless, there she is. Finally! We made it! Incredible. That's probably her. Yep. Talk to the herb woman. Well, probably ask about training first. Herbalism.
Would you teach me something about medicinal herbs?
Certainly.
I'd like to practice the basics.
All right, but it'll cost you.
Yeah, we know. There you have it.
Now, pay close attention.
Perfect. Increase your herbalism skill. Well, let's talk about some other business. I've come from a priest.
I've come from the priest. They're saying you incited some women to witchcraft.
Me? Witchcraft? That's nothing but idle chatter.
Let's try it with the persuasive way. Don't you know that witches get burned alive?
Don't you know that witches get burned alive?
There's no need for trouble. I'll tell you everything. I've done a very foolish thing. It's preying on my mind so much I can't sleep a wink.
But I'm supposed to believe an old witch has pangs of conscience.
Laugh if you like, but it's not a word of a lie. You probably know I sell various magic lotions and potions alongside my herbs. Well, there's one I wish I hadn't sold. You see, Vera, Zlata, and Kuta from Uzhets wanted a magic ointment from me. I kept refusing them, but in the end, I let them talk me into it.
What ointment?
What kind of ointment was it?
One that will show you a world no one else can see. A place of wonder and terror. The flowers might start talking to you, or the earth could swallow you up. I don't know if it's the work of the devil or of God himself, but the ointment has that power. But it could poison any person who doesn't know how to use it right.
So all this talk of witches anointing themselves and then flying to their sabbaths on broomsticks...
The ointment could make a person see such things. But it was stupid of me letting those foolish women get their hands on it. They could poison themselves or fall off a cliff while they're lost in a dream.
Sounds like some strong stuff. Just for scientific interest, would you give me that recipe, please?
Will you give me the ointment recipe?
It contains belladonna and the herb Paris, both quite poisonous plants. That ought to make you think twice about dabbling with it.
So why did you let them have the ointment at all?
So why did you give them the ointment at all?
Because I'm soft-hearted. You see, one of those women, Vera, lost her whole family in Skalitz. And Zlata's husband was killed. And the youngest of them, Kuta, miscarried with the horror of it all. They said they wanted to use the ointment to speak with the dead and ask them to put a word in with the Lord.
Yeah. I understand how they feel. But I reckon it'll get them nowhere but the ducking stool and the stake.
Judge not, lest ye be judged. I didn't want to give them the ointment, but they offered me a pile of groschen. So I thought how desperate they must be, and I heard their plea.
Their plea, or the clink of their coin?
Okay. I think we heard enough.
I've heard enough.
If you've heard enough, you must understand why I need your help. Find out from those women what they intend, and watch over them to keep them safe.
Very well.
Very well. But only because the priest himself asked me to.
Thank you 1,000-fold. I'll go to the Reverend myself and explain. You take care of those women. God bless.
Okay. Learn paganism. Interesting. Let's see what she has in her garden. Oh, interesting. May want to borrow a couple of those. Just in case, you know. After all, learning some herbalism would be very beneficial. So we definitely want to tap into that. And oh, I just realized the latest patch broke a couple of mods again. Well, that was to be expected. After all, we did receive 2 patches today. Okay, now let's see. Okay, there are the women. We could basically pick up the horse, talk with the women. Probably not a bad idea. With anything in that area, should be an easy task to do. And if we can wrap it all up in once, that would be great. And there's some deer. Well, we do not have this. Right, we need to learn this skill first, basically to skin the deer. On the other hand, we cannot learn it unless we kill deer, so yeah, we should probably tap into that as well. But let's stay focused for now. Oh, there is somebody. Question is who and how many?
For me.
Oh, still walking. Still walking. Hey! What the? You must not do this, even if it's patch day. That doesn't count. Okay. Yeah, I told you at the start of the stream, today is patch day. You should probably never play on patch day. That's an old proverb, and we just saw why. Okay, let's pick up the axe. We did take care of this guy. And there's actually Bunny. Let's try to hit him as well. Just to increase our archery skill and our hunting skill. Ah, probably won't hit him like that. Going to shoot a moving target from the back. Let's try if I can sneak up on him. Oh, yeah, that's perfect. Henry holds still. Oh, maybe not. Let's try it again. We will get better once he has more skill points, but in the early game it's really a challenge. Well, although he's not that bad. That was not too bad. That was not too bad at all. It is indeed tricky to hit him from the back. From the side you should be able to. Maybe not. There we go. Okay. I'll actually leave. The meat is going to spoil way too quick anyways. Okay. Well, we got a bandit, we got a heir. Not a bad start for a day. And where is our magic horse? There it is. We have to be careful though, because that was just there's another hair. Well, let's leave the hair. That wasn't really a brigand, so to speak. It was just basically some guy with a hatchet. You might as well run into a... What the hell? Okay. Ladies, that was probably a dumb idea. Okay, well, probably the witch has nothing to do with it, but that's awfully suspicious to me. Awfully suspicious indeed. Ooh! Hello there. There's another deer. Ah, let's leave the deer. I'm going to do a hunting run at some point, because that's really good for vitality training and archery training and pretty much a couple of things. First and foremost, I like to take care of this witch problem there. And then we're going to pick up that horse and probably return to Talmberg. So we can wrap up a couple of things in this area. And get some experience points. That would be nice indeed. And then we should probably actually train with the captain, with the Banar. Let's see.
Wait until you get them in your mouth. Come right up.
Onions? No, thank you. Not for the day. Okay, now where are they? Ah, okay. It's a pretty large village. So we actually have to use the marker to find them. Yep, there she is. Somewhere in that house or the next one. I guess this is it. I probably wanna drop some stuff. Let's put the hatchet on the horse. Trousers as well, the coif. Yeah, good to go. Now, where... Oh! Okay, she's in the fields, I guess. That's probably her. Mira.
I heard something about a magic ointment that you got from the herb woman.
You heard that where? And what business is it of yours?
Okay, now... the herb woman sent me.
The herb woman sent me.
Gertrude? What does she want? Haven't we paid her enough?
Oh, that's tricky. That ointment is quite dangerous. Let's try it with the persuasion.
That's not the point. The ointment's dangerous, and the herb woman doesn't want you getting up to anything foolish.
Thanks for the concern, but we're grown women. We're old enough to make our own choices, and what we do in the woods at night is no one's business but ours.
Follow the woman to the woods. Okay. Well, this is going to be more interesting than I thought.
Are you looking for someone?
No. Not really. Okay, at night, I guess. I mean, we could talk to another one. Just for interest. See if we can learn something else, and then we can actually do something about the horse. Ah, there she is. No. There she is.
What is it?
Hey, who's there?
I've heard about a magical ointment.
I've heard something about a magical ointment.
Really? I'd like to know where from. And what concern is it of yours, anyway?
Let's try it with the priest. The priest is worried.
The priest is worried.
The priest? It's nice to find out what telltales you have for neighbours. But believe me, it's none of your business. Or the priest's.
You could burn the stake for what you're doing.
That's enough. What I've heard already amounts to a burning offence.
Burning? Because of some ointment? We mean no harm to anyone. All we do is anoint ourselves at night in the woods. That's no great witchcraft. And you keep your nose out of things that don't concern you.
Alright. That didn't really progress, but hey, look at that. We need to get to that horse, and the third woman is just on the way. Perfect. Pebbles! There we are. I wonder how long it will take until somebody accuses us of witchcraft with our magical teleporting horse. We shall see. We shall see indeed. Now let's head over to that other part of town. Somewhere there is the river. Yeah, I should probably use the bridge. Probably. Or just drop into the river and pretend it didn't happen. There we go. Now let's head to that third person. Oh, she probably tells us the same story. Alright, there she is. And then we can pick up that horse, hopefully. Kuta. I have a few
I heard
questions.
something about a magical ointment.
What? Who told you that? Was someone asking around?
Actually, I'm not interested. The herb woman sent me.
Gertrude sent me.
And what did she say? Does she want to add something to the ointment?
No. She's worried about what you'll do with it.
Right.
It's quite dangerous stuff.
Okay, yeah. So far, diplomacy did not really work. Let's try the third time. You could be burned at the stake for what you're doing.
What I've heard already amounts to a burning offence.
Wait. Really?
If someone buys witching ointment, what am I supposed to think they want it for? Let me take a wild guess. Witchcraft. And witches deserve to burn.
We're doing no wrong. We go to the woods alone, at night, and we hurt no one. I won't say any more. You might twist it against us.
Okay. So basically, it doesn't seem like we cannot convince them to stop, so we probably have to stop them at some other way. Anyways, we can head up to the stud farm. It is just up the hill. And see what we can do about that horse that is supposed to be delivered to Talmberg. And then in the night, we may actually want to go into the forest. Although, probably not the best idea, but I have a feeling there is no other way to solve that riddle. Let's see what the stud farm has to show us today. And we can actually buy another horse. That one, for example, doesn't seem... maybe. Maybe not. Well, we don't have enough money right now anyways, and we should probably rather worry about a good sword first. Let's see, is that head groom? Perfect. That's the guy we're looking for.
Good day to you.
I'm looking for the local groom.
I'm looking for the local groom.
Well, you found him. What can I do for you?
The lady Stephanie of Talmberg sent me.
Right.
She said you have a roan ready for her.
Well, Chamberlain Dietrich said someone would come. We have him here, but if he's ready, I can't say. That miserable horse will let you saddle him and walk him around the courtyard, but as soon as someone sits on him, he goes completely wild.
Sounds perfectly fine. What do I do?
That horse is supposed to be presented at a noble woman's wedding. It probably won't be appropriate if he makes a spectacle of his rider. Is there anything I can do?
Try asking Vashek. For some reason, that devil horse listens to him. Then take the horse with you. Dietrich's arranged everything.
And by the way, any work available around here?
Any work going here?
Enough for 12 men. You could take the place of that useless stable hand Vashek for a start.
What happened? Did he do something wrong?
Just found out that he lost our pie.
Lost it where? In his stomach?
No, Pie was our fastest stallion. A lovely dappled one.
Oh. Well, that's bad news. How did Vashek manage to lose him?
He fell, banged his head, and the horse bolted. Can you fathom it? A stable hand falling off a horse. And then Pie took off at a gallop.
I'll try to help find Pie, I guess.
Well, I can't take Vashek's job, but I can try to find your Pie.
That would be nice of you. If there's anything you need to know, ask that fool. I was too livid to even speak to him.
Right.
Nah, okay. Well, don't we bother buying a horse? We cannot afford it yet. Oh, that one we can buy. Sleipnir. That's Odin's horse. Although we should have had 8 legs instead of 4, but... well. Never mind. Where is that stable helper? Vashek. Over there. This fellow here. Henry. There we go.
Good day to you. What do you need?
First and foremost, the roan for Lady Stephanie.
I heard you have a way with the horse that unsaddles everyone else.
Yes. I suppose I do.
And how do you do it? How do you calm him down?
I'm good to him.
Uh-huh. But how?
Well, I want to treat the horse well too. But I don't know how, because I don't know him as well as you do. Will you help me?
I sing to him.
You sing to him? What?
2 horses come roaming in the merry month of May, to graze in the shade of the apple tree there. The first one is brown, and the second is grey. Which shall I ride to my maiden so fair?
That's, interesting.
I know how it looks, but he likes it.
Thank you, Vashek.
Okay, the horse that bolted.
How's the head?
So even strangers know my shame. Come on, then. Come and take a closer look at Vashek the Blockhead.
You have to admit it's funny.
Well, it was pretty funny, but I didn't come to taunt.
So what is it you want?
I promised the head groom that I'd look for a pie.
Well, good luck with that. I've been searching half the day, although I have been seeing double ever since that bang on the head, so it's possible I missed something.
Where did you lose pie?
Where did you fall off, Pie?
Just south of here, between the fields and the woods, there's a crossroads where 4 paths meet. It was around there.
4 paths? So we could have gone anywhere.
Now you see my problem.
Yeah. When did this happen?
When was that?
In the morning. Then I staggered about for a while, feeling as rough as a boar's ass. I was glad to stagger back here in the end.
Okay, I guess we have enough.
Fine.
Info.
I'll go and look for him.
Thanks. If you find him, the groom might go easier on me. Oh, and one more thing.
Oh,
well?
Pies used to take in the bridal waist, so I'd keep to those.
That's useful. Thanks.
Okay. So we have to find 2 horses, in fact. Let's see. We can pick up this one here, get that job done. And then we may actually... what? Okay, it's over there. Then we may actually look for the other one if we get the chance. There it is, that's the one. Hello?
So, boy, want me to sing? You're definitely the first horse I've ever serenaded. 2 horses come roaming in the merry month of May, to graze in the shade of the apple tree there. The first one is brown and the second is grey. Which shall I ride to my maiden so fair? Well, you still gonna throw me off?
Nope. Okay, perfect. So we can actually use a quick travel to Talnberg. Drop off that horse, so we have the first part of that mission accomplished. We may actually want to stay for the night, probably. It's getting late. And a safe place to sleep is quite a feat these
Roll
days.
for Lady Stephanie. Thank you, Henry. What is it?
Huh? Not completed yet? Ah, there we go. Okay. Cutscene. And he disappears. Okay. Let's see. We can actually bunk for the night in here. And we can actually probably read a little bit before we go to bed. Let's see what we have in inventory. I'm not sure if we completed that book here. Nope, we did not. Perfect. Well, let's read that one. Study, and we probably want to read... Oh, there we go, 4 hours and it will be completed, and then we can go to bed. 11 PM, probably sleep until 7 or something. So we'll have clear daylight. And then we'll see. You read new level, reaching new level in reading. Perfect. Did we also level... Oh, hold on. We have 2 points now in the main level. Probably should spend those. Let's see. First aid 2. Bandages are 55% more effective. You can also apply your healing skill in dialogues. That's quite handy. Scout 2 might be handy as well. Increases sight distance for faster and also the chances of evading. Yep. I definitely want to have Scout 2. And then we could probably go for Burger or Savage, which gives us a bonus. Agility, strength, vitality, and speech if we are in the wilderness. Or we go for Burger, which gives the same amount of bonus in town. Well, the speech check will be great in cities most of the time. But we are, after all, well, 90% of the time outside. So I'm really tempted to take the Savage here. Because after all, we will increase our combat stats. And there's plenty of other ways to increase our charisma in terms of herbalism, for example. Let's see, there's some warfare trait we could take. You have a greater chance of drawing your opponent's blood. Rusty edge. The more damage your sword, the greater your chance of poisoning. Interesting. I'm not quite sure how strong these traits are. Drinking. Oh. Drinking habit. Beer. Beer bibber. The beer you get is 50% weaker. Well, I'm not quite sure if we need a drinking trait. Really? Horsemanship is probably interesting. Racehorse, it's faster. I'm not quite sure on those as well. Well, let's keep it down. Let's keep it for a while. Let's go to bed. Don't have to spend them. Can still think about it. Okay, perfect. Don't have to sleep until dawn, in fact, as long as we are well rested. Probably want to eat something with a nourishment of 53. Yeah, that's probably time to eat something. Do we have some food? Yeah, the bread is getting bad, so we probably eat the bread and the cheese first. 80% nourishment. That's probably okay. You don't want to eat too much. Oh, and do you need... Sorry, do you need that? Yeah, we probably want to pick up that one. And we leveled herbalism. Perfect. Okay. And look at that, what a nice day it is. Well, let's see. We have a lot of quests open right now. We need to find Pi, that horse that ran away. Probably can do that one. For the one in the woods. Right. Let's leave that for now. Yeah, go to the crossroads. It's right over there. We may actually wanna check it out first. Probably run into a couple of bandits on the way, which is not a bad thing if we can handle them. And we probably want to... Is there a quick travel closer by? No, doesn't look like it. Well, we can use that one here to get out the castle, but that really doesn't get us closer. Well, that's okay. That's okay. Probably don't want to dabble with that witches until we have a little bit higher level, because after all, forest in night is dangerous. Dangerous indeed. We learned that the hard way already. So at least in daylight we can see who is hitting us. At least that's my take on it. Let's see if we can find that lost horse, and then we can probably continue Ah, we should definitely train, right? Bernard, Captain. Look what we found here. That's interesting. Looks like an abandoned mine. Cave. Cave mushroom. Well, well, well. Interesting. Let's see. Thing is, if we ride crossroads, we may actually run into a tree, but we also actually avoid bandits. They are looking on the roads. So we won't meet anybody here. That could be a trick for the night quest if we go into the forest at night. Alright, now where is that crossroads? Right ahead. Dead ahead. Come on, Pebbles! Let's see if we can find that horse. That's a proper task for the morning. And then I think we need to get some combat training. It's really important to level up the combat skills as fast as possible. Because we get killed otherwise. Plain and simple. Okay, now
this will be the crossroads.
Yeah.
So where did Pi go?
Well, my guess will be that direction.
Maybe he went this way. It's not like I've got anything better to go on.
So we have to look for horse shit, basically. Easy enough. Is there anything left? Yeah, no. There's some. And there is a farm. We probably can ask these people. They have seen a horse. Let's see. Knock knock. Or maybe not. Well, I guess, I'll let myself in. I mean, after all, we're an official investigation.
Sounded like...
Is someone there?
Yep. Excuse me? The horse that bolted. There
Have
you
you
go.
seen a horse running this way? A dappled grey?
I have, by Christ. I was coming with brushwood from the woods, and he almost knocked me down. Just before the farm, at the crossroads.
And did you see which way you went?
South, along the road towards Neuhof.
Thank you for your help.
God bless.
Well, that was an interesting conversation. I've never talked to a dwarf before. Huh? Well, it's kind of odd. Just break it out. Sorry, have you seen a horse? Well, don't complain. We have information. We have the important information. We know which direction we have to go. And it's actually perfect direction for us because we actually want to go south. And there we see the horse. The horse shit on the road. After all, that's the same direction we want to go to Ratzig. So, perfect. Although we have to bring the horse back. Right. Well, we can use a quick travel afterwards. True enough. Okay, now there is some... Yes, there is horse shit. And there is another fellow. And we know that camp. That's the camp where we were hunting with Sir Hans. And you, have you seen probably a horse?
God be with you.
The horse that bolted?
Have you seen a horse running loose? A dappled grey?
I have indeed.
Uh-huh.
Or at least I did see a riderless horse gallop through here. It went too fast for me to be sure of the color.
Where did you see him?
A short distance down the road, there's a brook. I was there fetching water when that horse gave me the fright of my life.
And where did he run onto?
Well, he splashed about and then ran upstream into the woods.
Much obliged.
My pleasure. Good luck in your search.
Well, thank you very much. The plot thickens. Finally have a fresh lead, it seems. Now let's see. Anybody else seen that horse? Probably gonna cross over here. Let's see. There's a camp. Yeah, there's a camp ahead of us. Should be charcoal burners or lumberjacks or both. Charcoal burners. Yep. Want to be careful with that rocks here. I'm gonna break my neck again.
Glad you came.
Yes, it's me. We already know each other. Because I was looking for a ginger guy.
Good health to you.
Have I seen a horse run this way?
Have you seen a horse around here? A dappled grey?
Certainly have. He ran past here heading upstream. Thistle went after him and hasn't come back yet.
Thistle?
A local charcoal burner. None too smart. We call him Thistle.
Right. Well, thank you.
Okay. Upstream is east. Easy enough. Probably want to go on foot. Well, let's see how far we get with pebbles. Well, actually I can cross here. It should work. Interesting side, really. There's 2 rabbits stuck in the river. So... Oh, really? Oh, come on! I swear. There we go. Bow. Whoa, he got free! Henry, come on, you can do that. Or maybe not. Come on, come on, come on, come on. No, other direction. It's strange. Oh boy. No. Lower, lower, way lower than that. Come on. There we go. Oh boy. Well, it was some decent training. Actually, don't bother with the meat. Spoils way too quickly. Now, I guess we can forget about that arrows. They are somewhere in the riverbed. Could actually steal the fish out there, but nah. Don't bother with that. Let's actually see if we can level up the hunting skills, because that's what I was thinking about. Yes, we can. Antlers! Enables you to get antlers from hunted animals or tusks. How much skill do we need? Level 5. Okay, well, we probably want to take the antlers. Right. Okay. Let's go on foot, shall we? Leave pebbles right here and see if we can find them. Well, should be close by, somewhere here. Along the riverbed. And then we can continue to rotate, basically, because I really want to do some combat training. So important. We need to learn the riposte skill. So we can basically counterattack. Uh-huh. There he is.
Enough. I warned you.
Oh. Spec a fist fight. Yes, he found the charcoal gun, huh? Cover yourself. Whoops. I knocked him down. Whoops. Well, that was not the charming way to do it, I guess. Okay. Okay. Well, let's return to Shits. Drop off the horse. Oh, okay. Let's see. Right, there's the start farm, so we have to ride a little bit south, but saves a little bit of time if we do the quick travel here. And then we can basically return to Ratzig. Did some errands work here and there, but yeah, gives us experience points. And we really have to be picky with the fights at the beginning of the game. We really have to. It's not like in Skyrim or something where we have level gears basically saying, okay, the character is level X, so the enemies are level X. Here we can run into a fully plated guy with the 200 sword and doing the Conan thing.
To crush your enemies, see them driven before you, and hear the lamentation of their women.
End quote. Now where is that fellow? I think. That's him. Return pie.
Jesus Christ be praised.
Sure thing. No, we need to talk to the groom. There it is, that's a groom. Groom! Head groom. Dude. Stop shoveling and talk to me. I'm serious, this is of critical essence. Come on.
My respects to you.
I found pie.
I found
really
pie
did.
for you.
Dear God! What a relief! Between ourselves, he was none too cheap. I don't know what I'd have done if he was gone for good. Here's something for your trouble.
Thank you. Just try not to lose him again.
We'll do our best.
Sure thing. Okay. And we got a caparison, which is basically cloak for our trusty horse. Let's see. Where is it? There we go. So it's basically giving a little bit of defense, but it also has some weight to it. And it's noisy, but that's, I guess that's doesn't matter. But defense stats are quite nice. And it looks cool. Of course, it looks like we are somebody. Tech, right, there we go. Okay. Perfect. Now let's return to, and actually what's that quest? Track down, right, we have this the main quest. Let's head to the upper gate. Probably do it, yeah, could work today, let's see. And if not, we can always take another night's rest, there's no problem with that. If it's getting too late, well, I think we're going to do it today. And some little bit of training. And I think we can continue the main quest. Yep, there he is. Oh, hello. Captain Bernard.
Jesus Christ be praised.
Training. Let's see. Let's try master strikes. Can you teach me ripostes with a sword?
I've trained a bit with a sword, and I think I've got the hang of the basics. Can you teach me something new?
You're a bit cocky, ain't you?
Yes.
All right then, come and show me what you can do.
I'm ready.
Stand there, take your weapon, and fight. If you look like you know what you're doing, I'll teach you a trick or two.
Okay, let's try it. Woo! That's close.
Ow!
Let's see if we can feint attack. Nope. You didn't see that. I didn't see that. Yeah.
Ow!
Ouch! 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 Yeah. Not good. Already a skill upgrade. That's. Ha! Yeah.
Ow!
Too slow, my friend. Strength. Very nice. Block, block, block. Ah. That didn't work. Oh. Now I'm getting cocky.
Ow.
Yep. That's exactly what we want to learn. Okay. The range of
Enough.
Ah,
that
okay.
will do. That wasn't at all bad. All right. It seems you're ready for the next lesson. Now, pay close attention. I'll teach you the most important thing. It's good to be able to attack. It's good to be able to fend off your opponent's blows. But the best is when you're able to do both at once. Master stroke is when you parry your opponent's blow, strike him at the same time.
Okay.
See? I parry and strike in one move. There's no defense against this technique if it's executed well. The thing is to time it right. Block right into your opponent's strike and match your movement to his. One elegant technique and the fight is won. Try it. I'll attack slowly. You parry. Good.
Nice.
Nice. Very good.
Perfect. Okay, let's probably do some more training. One more round. Maybe this is sword.
I'd like to improve my swordsmanship.
Certainly.
Let's see, can it slide at once training?
I'm interested in more advanced techniques.
All right, but it'll cost
yes, it will train us. Let's hack it.
Isn't that
180
quite
is
a
a
lot?
lot. Let's see, 170?
Agreed. Now listen up.
Okay. Perfect. Let's see what we learned. Warfare. Right, we already know that. We could have looked at that level. Ooh, almost level 7. Nice. Now we can learn a new special attack. That's a long sword. Short sword, hunting sword, saber. Also long sword. I probably want to try the double stab. Ribbon slash, stab, slash. Yeah, that's a That's a difficult combo, but I try to learn it. At least we can try. Important thing is the swordsmanship is quite, has increased quite a bit. The stat points did increase, although I probably want to look for the strength one. Tight grip. Restoring regeneration will not slow down in combat. Will not slow down in combat even on the weapon backswing. Yep, definitely. Anything that gives us more stamina is incredibly important. Agility, featherweight is what? Falling? No, it's not important. Well, considering my reputation, it might be, but see, horsemanship. Right, I don't know really where I want to put these points, so I think we'll leave the last of them for now. Yeah, probably hold off with that stuff. Okay, perfect. We increased the weapon skills considerably, and most importantly, we learned that riposte, which is basically my main attack. Rather fight defensively with a shield, let the other opponent attack, and then make a counter strike, and then once it's off balance, we can basically hurl in attacks, and we don't have to worry about defense. Very nice. So probably want to repair the armor and sell all the other stuff. We have still a ton of gear from bandits, at least like 3 sets of gear or something like that. The horse is basically completely overburdened, and we need to repair the gear we are wearing, so we have actually proper combat efficiency. Now let's see. First and foremost, we probably want to check the inventory real quick. Check the horse's inventory and pick up everything which is basically for the tailor, I guess, because we start with the tailor. Probably want to, not sure if he's buying the skins, maybe not. Let's see, armor. Do we need the coif? Nope. Linen shirt? Nope. Long Waffenrock? Nope. Ordinary jacket? Nope. Okay, and the slippers not as well. Okay, we can sell all that stuff. Repair everything at the tailor. Good day to you, sir.
God be with you.
Let's see. Let's talk about trade. And I want to sell you probably a bunch of second-hand gear that we totally did not steal. Really? Really, we didn't steal it, I swear. Okay, basket, let's close the deal. And now I want to talk about repairs. Because we want to look nice and fancy. Select all and close the deal. Thank you very much. Okay, now let's head to the armorer who's right next door. And actually check out the horse real quick, because we have to transfer everything with this stuff here, and this and this and this. Yep, that should do it. Let's see.
God be with you.
Let's talk about trade, and we probably want to sell. Right. No, that's the wrong one. That's one. Yeah, that's perfect. We don't need that one. That one. That one. Gloves. Cuman. Actually, lamella armor is actually not half bad. We probably should wear that. Can sell these guys. And no, I don't want to sell that one. That was an accident. Yeah, any weapons? No. Okay. Let's haggle. 321 is quite a lot.
Can we do something about the price?
Well, we can try it.
Sure can. Let's see, 330 maybe?
See now, I knew we'd come to an agreement.
Of course. Now let's repair that stuff. talk about repairs. Select all. 136. Yep. Let's have it. The better the quality of the armor,
the price.
Aye.
the more expensive repairs will get. 135.
Are we agreed?
No.
Well, a little more, and we'll call it a deal.
Okay, 140 then.
Very well, I agree.
And by the way, teach us something about smithing, because after all, we are a blacksmith. Training, repairs.
Can you show me how to repair armor and weapons better?
Because we can do it ourselves. And save a lot of money. Let's see, beginner
I'd
level.
like to practice the basics.
All right, but it'll cost you.
Of course it will. There you have it.
Now, pay close attention.
New perk point available. Perfect. Let's see about that. Skills, maintenance. Well, freshly longer claws. You have 1% charisma for a day. 7-mile boots. If you're wearing boots, you repair yourself. Sprinting will cost you less 20% stamina. Interesting. Well, I probably want to have the fragrance. Have a higher charisma is very important in speech checks. And if you want to go to a bathhouse, we get another bonus as well. So we can really boost our charisma. And then, yeah. You're really successful in talky stuff, basically. Okay. Anything else we need? Yeah, there's a ton of weapons you have to sell. Perfect. Good thing the weaponsmith is just to the next door. You have guessed it. Let's see. Horse, give me this and this and this. Probably this one as well. This and this and this. Right. Let's see with this fellow.
Jesus Christ be praised.
Let's talk trade. Right. So we definitely want to sell the axe, the bludgeon. The burger sword is a short sword, 43. This one probably want to sell a short sword. Cuman axe is it's not a good weapon. We want to keep the dagger. That's our current sword. It's a short sword. We want to keep that one. The rubber sword is a long sword, so we don't need that one. We need to keep the torch. Yeah, sell all that stuff.
Can we do something about the price?
Aye.
Yep. Of course we can. There you go, 145.
Is this enough?
That sounds pretty interesting.
Ah.
A little less and I'll be satisfied.
Of course he is.
I'll go for that.
Okay. Now, can we please, Fred's first, let's see what he has to sell. Longsword, probably look for damage. Yeah, that's really expensive stuff we cannot afford yet. That's a longsword, that's a short sword. That would be pretty interesting. 55.39, we have 53.38. No, it's better. No, it shows us the current, right, it shows us the current stats if I select the weapon. Long sword. Hunting sword. Long sword, that's a good one, but it's a long sword. Problem is I cannot use the long sword properly with a shield. I would have to fight with the sword and without the shield. And that's a problem. Needle, that's a short sword, but that's not that great. It's a long sword as well. Hunting sword, way too complex to use for us. Cannot use it as well. Not strong enough. Not agile enough, I guess. That's pretty much the same one we have. Okay. So right now we pretty much have the best weapon available. We probably want to buy a Morgenstern. We can use it. We have enough strength, and it costs us 276. Because that weapon would be perfect against heavily armored targets. Weight 4. It's actually not that heavy. Yeah, definitely want to have a Morgenstern. It's not that expensive, and it will help us a great deal. If we run into a Rubber Knight,
naturally,
we may actually have a chance against him, or better chance against him with that thing.
Aye, that would do it.
Okay, and finally, dude, please fix our blade, because it's really messy. Oh, actually, no, the other guy actually fixed it. Okay, now let's take a final look. No, not that one, dude. Yeah, it has 100%. Right, it's not a bad weapon, but oh, it will do for now. It will do for now. The Morgenstern is quite decent. Not heavy as well. Now let's see. We have two. Oh, actually, we could sell. Right, we can sell the bow because I think we can use the Capon's bow. Ah, almost. Okay, let's keep the other one for now, just in case. All right, now let's see. We're still overburdened, and we may actually want to get rid of what is this? A skill book on reading. Yeah, we want to keep that in inventory. Probably want to actually wear that armor. Probably that wouldn't be a bad idea. Hair of the Dog potion, which makes your morning easier, but at what price? It cures you of drunkenness, prevents a hangover, and cures alcoholism. Your charisma is reduced by 2 for 1 hour. Interesting stuff. Okay, actually we have a ton. You're right, we have a shite. Right, 6 weight from the bird cages we're still carrying around with us. We probably should do that quest, because I cannot drop these guys. It's a quest item, and I hope they fixed the quest, because the last time I tried it, I wasn't able to complete it. Okay, anything else we can put away? No. Our nourishment is pretty low, so let's actually eat something and probably drink the cheap wine. And probably one more bacon, nourishment 81. And we're actually below the threshold. Hooray, we can actually wear everything, including a second weapon. Now I'm quite happy with that. Excellent. Now let's see. No, we don't want to track down Riki. Let's actually do that side quest first. After all, we want to get rid of these damn bird cages. Find the nightingales. Right, they're in the forest. Pretty much the same direction we have for the main quest. And what time is it? It is 5 p.m. Probably want to call it a day and go in the morning. To return, read a little bit in the book. And head out in the morning. Plus we have a save. Ah, right. We can actually put that on a horse. We don't need that book right now. And we can read this one. We can increase our reading skills so we can read better, faster, I guess. And actually read it in 1 day. Perfect. And then we can buy basically new skill books on all kinds of stuff to increase our skill. Quite pricey, but yeah, it does pay off. You already read this book from cover to cover. Perfect. Okay, let's call it a day. And we just sleep until 5 a.m. That's enough. Because we have a long journey ahead. On the other hand, we don't have the quick travel points. We may... yeah, maybe... want to stay in bed a little longer. Yeah, it's still dark outside. Okay, let's take another nap, probably to 7. Something like that. Because the nights are really dark in Kingdom Come, and especially when you have a reshape mod installed. Things are getting really dark. So if anything possible, try to avoid to hang out in the forest in the night. That's probably not a bad idea. And we are hungry. That's...
God's sake!
Yes. Good morning. Let's throw in some other drive. We should get some more meat. Some more food. We are running out of food. We ran out of food, to be precise. Okay, now there's straight to the west. Straight to the west it is then. And of course, if there is a way to get lost, I will find it. Okay, let's head for the main road and straight to the west. That should be doing. That should work. And yes, there may be bandits in that forest as well, but after all, we have learned a riposte skill. We have a better weapon. We have a armor-piercing weapon. We activated with the perk Savage, which basically means we left town and we are now in the wilderness. And we do get a bonus on skills because we are a savage after all. This looks like an abandoned camp. Abandoned, so okay. And who do we have here? Who are you exactly? They look totally not suspicious to me. Wayfarer. Let's see what he has to say.
God be with you.
Okay. Just a regular dialogue. Okay. So we can run into random people. It can be a bandit. It can be somebody on the road. And yes, this road is taking us somewhere else again. No, it's going up the hill. It's perfectly fine. It's perfectly fine. It's the same as the correct direction. There's a couple of people on the road. Depends on random. I guess there's a random chance of encounters all over the place. And yep, there's another random encounter. There's a dead horse on the road. Random? Maybe, maybe not. We're not near Neuhof, so... What the... Actual... hell. Seriously. Happens all the time. I get so lost in this immersed, basically. You completely forget about the compass. Oh, what a nice day. Oh, it looks cool over there. Let's look over there. And suddenly we are in a completely wrong direction. Very careful. Very steep terrain. And we have to cross the river, of course. So we have to look for a ford, I guess. Or a bridge. Or we can swim. No, Henry cannot swim. I don't think he can actually. Let's see if we can cross here.
Nope. I can't go any further. The current could sweep me to my death.
Right. The ford then it is. Ah, there's some charcoal burners. And there's a ford. Perfect. There we can cross. Well, at least without too much trouble. We discovered Vranik Forest. Now we have to look for these damn birds and probably be on the watch for other bigger birds that walk on two legs and swing sharp sticks and stuff. Because they too tend to hang around in this place. Let's see. There is a nightingale. Okay, how does it work again? We have to drop it, if I remember correctly. All the items. There it is. Right, drop, and I just need to look for the perfect spot. Sounds like it. Okay, drop. 1. Trap set, okay. Trap set B. Now let's head to the west and see if we can find the other guys. There's some deer. Yep, there's one. Yep. There's a bandit. We cannot actually see them, we just have to listen. Pretty much here, I guess. One cage. Probably further to the west. Yep. Indeed. The best thing is someone told me they don't actually sound like nightingales. But I don't know. Let's see. Should be. Yeah, probably more to the west. Hello, Mr. Rabbit. Yep, there he is. I guess about here. I'm not quite sure how great the range it is, how close we have to place it. And I think that should do it. Okay, 3 of the red hunting previous nightingales have flown off into the woods somewhere. I'm not exactly an ardent ornithologist. I'm more used to chasing bandits and thieves in the woods, but various ways of life. Okay, blah blah blah. I said one of the traps here, I said one of the traps here, okay. Now I have to wait a while, right. It's not defined how long will I have to wait. Okay, let's give it a try. After all, we have to learn it. Wow! So close! There you go. Actually, we want to take maybe some hair with us, because we are quite low on food. And maybe I can cook it before it goes bad. Yeah, I don't know either. Okay, well, there is definitely a bandit camp somewhere here in the vicinity. At least we saw someone, but we don't have the quest for those guys yet, and they probably are pretty beefy as well. So I'm not quite sure if I want to tangle with those fellows yet. Let's see. That's another quest we have open. Want to talk with Teresa. Buy wine in Ratzig. We may actually want to do that. To finish. I actually want to leave the traps here right now because I think there is a timer on it. We may actually want to buy the wine. Give it some time. Probably run in some bandits, maybe, maybe not. No? Okay. Cool. Let's do the wine quest, because that involves some archery. In the meantime, we can probably right, do something with that rabbit of ours. Is there actually? Well, first and foremost, maybe
still a bit of a lie. She sits down and gets on with it.
Let's wash ourselves. I haven't done it in quite a while. Let's see. Can I cook that stuff anywhere, or do I have to do it in a? I'm not quite sure about that. Well, we could always buy some extra food. See if he has anything that doesn't
Henry,
go
I'm glad.
bad, like honey or
Jesus Christ be praised.
dried meat or something. And yeah, let's first and foremost let's talk about Stephanie of Talmberg.
Lady Stephanie of Talmberg sent me to.
And what would she like? Fine clothes from Venice, exquisite spices from Arabia, jewels from Germany.
Wine. Good wine.
Ah.
Yes.
Would beer be enough?
As a gift for a noble woman's wedding? No, it definitely wouldn't.
Then that's going to be a problem. I gave the last keg of good wine away as a prize for the archery competition tomorrow.
Shit.
Well, I guess, can I enroll in that competition?
Can I enroll in the competition?
But of course. Go to the shooting range above Ratzig.
That's going to be fun. I will find a way to get it anyways.
I suppose I'll just have to find a way to get it.
I'm sorry, there's nothing more I can do to help.
Yes, I know. Okay, let's see. Do you actually sell dried mushrooms? Perfect. Give me that. Dried mushrooms, and you may actually want to give me some dried fruit. And honey, why not? Not really expensive. It's like just a little bit. Do we have There's some kits. Small tailor's kit, cobbler's kit, and blacksmith. Actually, I want to have at least one blacksmith kit to repair weapons. Okay. We can actually sell. Hold on. We do have some stuff left. We shouldn't try to sell that here. That's not a good idea. Try to sell stolen stuff. We could sell the book. We have read it. And we could also sell... I wish we could access the horse's inventory right about now, because I think we have some stuff we would buy, but... Not going to sell Bianca's ring, of course, but... whatever.
Let's have a word about the price.
Right.
Sure, why not? For that amount I can be persuaded.
Perfect.
I'll have to get something to eat. I'm starting to get hungry.
Yes. You fool! I've already bought you some stuff. Because I don't know where to cook some stuff here in the area, so we need some of that stuff anyways. That doesn't go bad, basically. Okay, now we have to win this archery competition to get that wine, or find another way to get that wine. The last wine bottle, proper wine in Bohemia, I guess. Well, let's head to the archery range. And this is going to be a challenge, because I'm not really good in archery in this game so far. As you probably know, or at least the target is a little bit bigger than a hare. A little bit. Now let's see. Archery master.
My respects to you.
Keg of wine. Let's be direct.
I've heard there's a contest happening, and that the prize is a keg of fine wine.
Right.
That's true. I bought the finest wine to be had in the province.
I'd like to take part.
Do you know the rules?
Well, hit the target.
I do.
Splendid. Here's some arrows for you. But you can use your own if you want. Meanwhile, I'll round up the competition.
Okay. Let's see. Careful, careful, careful. Oh, not that bad. Not that bad. That was bad, but, well, we hit the target. A little bit longer, a little bit longer. Wait for him to sway back, basically. A little bit more, a little bit longer. Come on. Ah, that was too high. Oh, come on, we need to hit the bullseye. Not good enough. Yep, that was better. But we are not in the lead. Oh, god damn it. That was better. Ah, the trader is getting ahead of us. Oh, crap. Oh, come on. I can't beat that. Come on. Come on, come on, come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Ah! Okay. Well, I was not bad. I was not bad. It was not too shabby.
Welcome, Henry.
It's just about timing. We have to wait exactly the right amount of time. I didn't do that bad, but he was a little bit better. If I had a little bit more practice, I could have done it. Well, let's see if we can persuade him to...
More careful. What?
To give it
My
that
respects
stuff.
to you, sir.
Wine. I need that wine.
Congratulations on your victory.
Thank you. I can't wait to drink to it.
Yes, on the subject of drinking, I'm guessing you prefer beer to wine.
No, not really. I could drink beer in any tavern, but there's no wine as good as this one.
It's just that the wine you won, I need it.
Not a chance. I won it fairly.
We don't know his stats. We can actually try. Well, you wouldn't disappoint Lady Stephanie.
You don't want to disappoint Lady Stephanie of Talmberg and her courier, do you?
Lady Stephanie, you
yes.
say? I've always liked her ladyship. You know what, then? Take the keg. And please give her my respectful greetings.
Oh, cool. Very well. Silver tongue. Yeah, archery in this game is quite a challenge. It is interesting. It makes a lot of fun. But it takes some time to master it, and especially when the character... it's not about the player skill alone, it's about the character skill as well. So it's it's quite a tricky thing. Anyways, we haven't won the competition, although I did not that bad. 22 is not a bad score, but that guy was just a little bit better. If we had a little bit more practice in the start, we would have pulled it off. But alas, we got a keg of wine. Yeah, we have the horse. We have returned. Oh, what the? There is a halberd on the street. Excuse me, sir. Well, if nobody needs it, I mean, halberd on the street. I mean, seriously. But does it count as stolen? No, it does not. What? One value 1K. Well, at the start of the stream, I told you it is patch day, and there's a proverb, an old one. You should never play on patch day, and that's probably the reason why you shouldn't do it, because you find the halberds on the street.
You can't draw your weapon here.
I know, but I cannot sheath a halberd. I'm sorry, Have a Nightingale, it's not possible. Not really, anyway.
Put the weapon away. That's forbidden here.
Okay. Yeah. 2 helmets on the street. Of course, no problem. Well, I don't know what to say about that except, yep, it's a patch day. They fixed probably 200 or 300 bugs like they claim, and they probably introduced as many as those, but well, whatever. Yeah, well, thank you. Well, next time, probably next time. Probably next time we're going to make it. Sorry, do you have interest in some barely used halberds?
What else you, sir?
Let's trade. Nope, I cannot sell the halberd. Really? Like, or did I drop it? No, I still have it in my hand. You're sure you don't need a halberd? It's a fine weapon.
Hey.
Oh, well.
Fresh bread today.
Seems like we cannot exploit this bug. Well, it was worth trying. Let's see if the weapons have any interest in it, but I think...
Watch it. You can't draw your weapon here.
Yeah, I know. But you probably want to buy this fine halberd, won't you? No. Well. There is actually a mod that allows to sheath these weapons. Because in vanilla you can basically, you can pick it up, you can use them in combat, but I cannot put it in the horse or in the inventory, or I cannot even sell them. Well, anyways, we we shouldn't do that anyways. I mean, it's an exploit basically. Easter halberds, yeah. Well, they said something about in the patch notes as well that they will actually do something regarding Easter eggs, but I doubt they mentioned somehow. I read something about a special maze, something or like that, but I don't know about the story behind that. But that's I'm pretty sure that's not intended that halberds lie in the street. I'm pretty sure on that. Okay, do we have actually... Yeah, still have to wait, or probably have to pick it up in a while. I don't know for sure. Let's see. Yeah, we should have to talk with the miller in Kohelnitz. I haven't done that yet. Alright, that's just up the road. Can probably head there. Probably do that. The last quest for today. Let's see if we can do some minor errands as well. If the main quest progressed a little bit, I just try to basically do a little bit of the main quest and then do some side quests, so we do not go into the story too fast. So we probably want to do something with that Thieves Guild stuff. Let's see if we can run some errands for those guys. And then we are going to look for that stinker. Basically lives just across the river. So that should be easy enough to find him. And I guess we're in the perfect starting location, because after all, yeah, it's just around the corner. Yeah. I do have a couple mods installed, mainly BRB, no, actually the... Well, hold on, I have to look. Actually, let's see, I have to dismount, I guess. No, it's Shift F2, right, there it is. Yeah, that's basically a reshade mod, which basically does a graphic overhaul. I have several of those installed, which I can switch back and forth. The link is in the description. This basically enhances the graphics. Yeah, of course, a save mod, so I don't have to worry about that. Although we did die in the last stream because I challenged 5 bandits with a low-level character, which is probably not a good idea. And I have a faster error mod, but I think the problem is some of the mods get broken, basically. Right, a herb. I have a herb picking mod is installed as well, so the herbs are getting picked faster. But that one is broken after the latest patch. That I know for sure. So yeah, we have to check out and see if these guys, the mod authors, update the mods. And yes, there is actually a mod for the pole arms as well, which is probably something I will install in the future. Let's see, can we talk the millmaid? No, we can pickpocket her while she's sewing stuff, I guess. No, we won't do that, do we? Where's the miller? No, that's a villager. And actually, oh, do we still have the rabbit? Yeah, and a horse, and it's probably rotting by now. There is, the miller Ratzig. Perfect.
Good day to you.
I'm supposed to deliver this ring to you?
Miller Peshek from Ratzig sent me with this ring for you.
A ring?
Here it is.
Useless fucking bauble. You must be Henry, right? Peshek told me about you.
What the? Why did you throw it away? Do you know how much trouble I had to get it? Peshek said it was important to you.
Like I said, it's a piece of junk. It was just a test to see if you've got the balls to work for the miller. It's a custom of ours, testing fledglings in the trade with a nice little wild goose chase. We need to see if you'll be hobbled by pointless principles, or if you're willing to use your head. Congratulations. You passed the test, and now we'll have a few jobs for you.
Alright, let's see if the training... Stealth.
I'd like you to teach me how to be better at stealth.
Certainly.
Beginner level,
I'd like to practice the basics.
Alright, but it'll cost you.
Of course. There
Now,
you have it.
pay close attention.
Okay, and by the way, yeah, let's talk about the jobs, the odd jobs. Can I help you with anything?
Do you need help with anything?
Just in time. There is a certain matter I need resolving.
Ah.
I have some scores to settle with the commander of the Talmberg Guard, and I want to get my own back. You may have heard that Sir Robard of Talmberg is a stickler for having all his gear
Hey,
neat
that
and
old
tidy.
dude is okay. They say
Commander of the Guard? Sir Robard? I'm already confused. Just tell me what I need to do.
It's like this. I want you to break into the Talmberg armory and steal a few Waffenrocks with the coat of arms on them.
Ah, and once Sir Robard finds some of his guardsmen's equipment is missing...
He'll see to the commander of the guard, who's the only one with keys and answerable for their safekeeping. When Robard finds out he's losing things from under his nose, he'll have him whipped. And I'll get what I'm after. Satisfaction. Take at least 5 Waffenrocks to make it a proper stink.
Ah, okay, you can count on me.
Consider it done. What am I to do with the Waffenrocks once I have them?
I'll burn them to get rid of the evidence. Just make sure you don't get caught.
Sure enough. Okay. Actually, we can sell the hair to him. Hold on. Sure, because it's spoiling right now anyways. I think actually there's also a mod that reduces the speed of the stuff.
I've got some goods here whose owners
bad
might
because that's kind of ridiculous.
Right. Let's see what we can do about that.
Stuff rotting so quickly. Do you? Yeah, he buys it. There you have it. Well, actually, 34 groschen is actually not that bad, come to think of it. I mean, it's just a rabbit. Anything else? No. Let's close the deal. Okay. Well. Yeah, that's the thing, of course, with new games that are patched regularly. It's always a little bit messy in the start. Once the game is more stable and basically they don't patch it like every couple of weeks, then the mods will be more reliable as well. And yeah, hopefully they will fix some more issues, because even in this today's stream we had at least 2 glitches. Like in the early game we had a robber who was basically sitting on his arse and moving along the road, and just now we saw this halberd thing. So yeah, that's not game breaking, but still that's kind of embarrassing. That should not happen. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed it, this today's stream. We're going to continue on Monday, 7 p.m. CET. I hope we see each other again. Thanks for watching, and see you soon.